the transformation of ruin. There's a very interesting legend about Tisha B'Av, which is that the Messiah is born on Tisha B'Av. Now, Tisha B'Av is by far the saddest day of the Jewish year. We sit on the floor and we chant the saddest book of the Bible, Lamentations, and Echa, in a mournful dirge. It's the 9th of Av, which occurs usually in August, and it's a day in which both the first temple, built by Solomon in about 947 BCE, was destroyed in 586 BCE by the Babylonians, the Iraqis. And then when it was rebuilt under the Persians, when the Jews rebuilt it, it was then destroyed again by the Romans in 70 on the same day of the year. And lots of other horrible things happened. The first Crusades were commissioned on the 9th of Av. The Jews were expelled from Spain on the 9th of Av in 1492. World War I started on the 9th of Av. Lots of terrible things happened on that day, impacting the Jewish people. And yet the tradition is that the seeds of the everlasting glory of the future of history, the Messiah, is born on Tisha B'Av. And so that teaches us a very important principle about the transformative role of ruin. And I want to understand this on two levels, both the meta story, the story of the Jewish people, and also the story of us individually. And think about the Jewish people. When we read leading up to Tisha B'Av, we have all these three portions, two from Jeremiah and one from Isaiah, about warning against the horrors that are about to come and how the Israelites have to reform themselves and do repentance. And then right after the devastation, though, we have 7 weeks of comfort, beginning with Isaiah 40, which is a later Isaiah after the destruction of the temple, whereas the Isaiah chapter 1 was from before the destruction of the temple, where Isaiah 40 says, be comforted, my children. And Ezekiel, in chapter 37, is shown the valley of dry bones and asked to hold up 2 sticks and bring them together to talk about the reunion of the Jewish people. So there is a real sense that after 2,000 years of wandering and of being powerless and nationless, and then the Holocaust, the worst horrible thing that ever happened to the Jewish people in the world, the mass murder of 6.25 million Jews, we have then the light of the state of Israel and the amazing miracle of the state of Israel. And so even though there's a lot of dangers in the world today that have to be faced, we see this beautiful idea of the Messiah being born on Tisha B'Av, the possibility of renewal from ruin. Now, how does that apply to us personally? Well, I want to recommend a very beautiful book and movie, too, called Eat, Pray, and Love. The book is by Elizabeth Gilbert. It was a New York Times bestseller, and it's about a woman on a journey, and she visits 3 countries, Tahiti, Italy, and India. And she has various experiences in that, but I want to draw your attention to one story where she meets in India at the place of her guru, this fella who has lost everything. In fact, he talks about the ocean of regret he had. I lost everything, my pride, my job, my family. And he talks to her about the transformative role of ruin. He says, everything is a journey. On your journey through life is a clue. Everyone you meet is a teacher. Being able to face and forgive some very difficult realities about yourself is the key. Ruin is a gift, he says. Ruin is the road of redemption. We must always be prepared for the endless waves of transformation. And that sounds remarkably like some of the writings and thoughts of Deepak Chopra. Just quote you a couple of great passages from one of his books. Every single problem you have in life is the seed of an opportunity for some greater benefit. Interesting way to look at it. He says, enjoy every moment in the journey of your life, even if you don't know the outcome. And searching for security is an illusion, so enjoy the journey. And then he says, whatever you put your intention on will grow stronger in your life. Whatever you take your attention away from will wither, disintegrate, and disappear. And so focus on the positive. And so as we think about all of these ideas, we come back to this amazing notion of the transformative role and road of ruin leading to a brighter future, both personally and nationally, and how to take the lessons of the ruin, of the regret, of the losses, and transform them into a way in which to enjoy the journey. Because as Deepak Chopra said, the search for security is an illusion. It's coming to terms with the journey itself, In fact, the teachings in our holy books and the Mishnah say that what is true happiness is being content with your portion, that true strength is conquering your impulses, your bad impulses, that true wisdom is learning from everyone. And as we think about that, we think about the amazing effects of the negative to the positive. As it says during the Passover Seder, we should go from Ganai to Shevach, from the road of ruin, from slavery to glory. And we do that by understanding that even on the saddest day of the year, Tisha B'Av, the seeds of the Messiah are born to give you an opportunity to see the beautiful world that's offered by God, the opportunities that await us, and the beautiful opportunity that await us in the road as we journey through life. Shalom.